Good afternoon, everyone, and a happy April 1st to all of you. I'll restrain myself from any April Fool's jokes up here, but I do hope that you'll play at least one prank on somebody, some practical joke today, and find something to laugh about. On a serious note, today is National Census Day. You might ask, why do we need to proceed with a census right now? Don't we have bigger things to worry about with our battle against COVID-19? And here's my answer. Yes, we are in the biggest battle of our lifetimes against COVID-19, but it's important to look beyond this fight today and to take this moment to think about our future. It's incredibly important to make sure that every Illinois resident, from newborn babies to great-grandparents, is counted in the census. The census is far more than just a survey. It will determine how much of your tax dollars we get back from the federal government, and it will help decide how much power Illinois will have in terms of congressional representation and electoral college votes for the next decade. Based upon our 2010 census count, the last time we ran a census, Illinois today collects over $34 billion per year in federal funding for vital services like education and business investment, child care, workforce training, transportation, and health care. But if we fail to count everyone in Illinois, it could result in the state losing over $195 million per year in federal funds for each 1% we undercount ourselves. I know people are anxious and worried right now about the COVID-19 pandemic. We are facing an invisible enemy, and there are a lot of unknowns, I understand. But I think this moment has also illustrated how connected we all are and how important it is that we keep the structural foundation of our society well funded and well fought for. One of the best things that you can do to help our state in the long run, to help our doctors and nurses, our first responders, our teachers, our grocery store workers, our delivery drivers, and everyone else, is to continue to stay at home and take 10 minutes and fill out your census form online. I want to remind everyone that there is no citizenship question on the census. Let me repeat that. There is no citizenship question on the census form. You will not be asked your immigration status, and your information will not be shared with anyone. At the federal level, the U.S. Census Bureau has temporarily suspended in-person interviews and postponed 2020 census field operations. That's the right call for the safety of the Census Bureau employees, census volunteers, and for the public at large. Here in Illinois, we're doing everything that we can to make sure everyone is counted. And because a lot has changed over the last month or two, our strategies have changed too. Our $29 million investment in the census this year is now being directed toward efforts like social media outreach and expanding our remote home-based phone banking, texting, and virtual assistance programs. And with help from our 30 local census hub partners across the state, we're modifying our targeted outreach to our hard-to-count populations, like rural communities, minority populations, blended households, young children, low-income families, and college students, just to name a few. It has never been easier to respond on your own to the census, all without having to meet a census taker in person. You can easily complete the census while social distancing. Online, you can visit my2020census.gov, my2020census.gov, and fill out the census now on your computer, your tablet, or your phone. By phone, call 844-330-2020, 844-330-2020. 2020 to fill out the census over the phone. The U.S. Census Bureau offers assistance in 59 non-English languages, including American Sign Language. By mail, fill out the census form that you received in the mail and return it free of charge to the U.S. Census Bureau. So when you have an extra 10 minutes, take the time to fill out your census form. Let me also remind you that for those who want to get a response by text, you have questions that you want answered, you can text to 987-987 and you will get an immediate response. You count. Everyone counts. No matter where you used to live, no matter what language you speak, no matter how old you are, you count. And we are happy to have you in the state of Illinois. I also want to take a minute today to talk to you about healthcare. I've used this platform to describe the efforts that my administration is making to expand and simplify healthcare access for our residents in this time when every individual's healthcare is essential for our collective well-being. To further that effort, I joined Republican and Democratic governors in asking the federal government to open a special enrollment period of the Affordable Care Act to expand healthcare access to Americans during this period of unprecedented health challenges. We have at least 800,000 uninsured people in Illinois, over 500,000 of whom could potentially sign up for the ACA tomorrow if the federal government opened up a special enrollment period. Some White House officials are saying that the president will not be reopening the insurance marketplace in response to the coronavirus. Frankly, this is leadership malpractice. Now more than ever, we need as many people as possible to have access to health care, to seek out testing, if we're ever going to be able to fight COVID-19 and eliminate it as a major risk to our people. On that same note, the Trump administration's continued pursuit of a legal case to destroy the Affordable Care Act, which has provided health care to tens of millions of Americans, is a special insult to the people of this nation at this moment. To seek to kill the ACA at a time like this, not to mention ever, undermines everything that we're trying to do to keep people safe. For Illinoisans who were recently laid off because of COVID-19, I want them to know that they are eligible to enroll in the ACA right now anyway, because of a clause in the Act allowing those experiencing a qualifying life event to enroll at this time. If that may be you, please visit our healthcare portal in Illinois called getcovered.illinois.edu. getcovered.illinois.edu. I also want to provide an update on our search. Sorry, I want to give you that address again because I got it wrong. getcovered.illinois.gov. getcovered.illinois.gov. I also want to provide an update on our search for new or renewing healthcare workers. We have now received over 1,100 applications from both former healthcare workers looking to rejoin the fight and from out-of-state professionals who want to help Illinois, many of whom are Illinois residents who happen to practice in a border city in another state. Right now, those numbers are running about half and half, with more applications coming in every day. It's really incredible to watch. The people of this state are truly so deeply, genuinely caring. I want to remind healthcare workers already licensed in the state of Illinois to sign up for an emergency alert system so that in the event of an urgent need, such as those created by COVID-19, our public health officials will be able to contact you immediately to ask that you volunteer your critical skills at that moment. The website to register for that is illinoishelps.net. We're also hard at work exploring options to allow some of our fourth-year medical students and nursing students at the end of their programs to join the fight against COVID-19. Finally, before I turn it over to IDPH Director, Dr. Ngozi Ezike, I want to draw attention to an announcement that my wife, First Lady M.K. Pritzker, Chicago First Lady Amy Eshelman, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and I made this morning. The launch of a new relief fund specifically dedicated to supporting artists and artisans and cultural organizations impacted by COVID-19. This partnership among the City of Chicago, the State of Illinois, and our philanthropic community, called the Arts Illinois Relief Fund, has already raised more than $4 million to support grant programs for both nonprofit arts organizations and for individual artists, including stage and production members. Additionally, Arts for Illinois has launched a free online platform featuring performers and singers, poets, painters, writers, and other Illinois creatives who have made their work available for the public to enjoy while you're following our stay-at-home order. There are musical performances called quarantine concerts, features from children's theaters, and even the Lyric Opera of Chicago. Really, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Joining us today is Amanda Williams, a Chicago artist and an Arts for Illinois Steering Committee member, who will talk more about this program in just a few moments. Art has always been of incredible importance to me and to my family, but of course, so many of the usual ways of enjoying art together have had to be put on pause, and tragically, our creative communities have felt the financial hardship. When MK, who has always put others front of mind in any hardship, told me that she had an idea to support art and artists in the fight against COVID-19, I was really excited to see what she would come up with. Well, honestly, she's blown me away, and I encourage you to check it out for yourself. People interested in donating to the fund, artists seeking financial assistance, and those looking just to experience art remotely should all visit the Arts for Illinois website at artsforillinois.org.